for you about somebody that is seen as a Queen of Cups. This is likely you if this reading is for you. But the Queen of Cups, for me, I really do love this card. And it's not just because I'm a Pisces. There is this element of being able to stay calm or deal with difficulties in a little bit more reserved manner than maybe some of the other folks around you. But there's also a like loving and compassionate energy that the Queen of Cups is known for. So there's an element here of you being very likable, but that likability and that popularity is getting under somebody else's skin. So we have the Queen of Wands coming through in the reverse, and this is somebody who looks at how people view you or how people interact with you, and they want that for themselves. They feel like they don't get treated the way that they want to. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box along with more information on how to become a member, as well as how to get a candle that I make. So let's dive in. This is the Noisy Tarot. What else do we have? Four of Wands in the reverse. The Nine of Cups. And the Knight of Swords. Yeah, what you want. Sorry, guys. I totally forgot I had an alarm set. Now I don't know. Okay, can you see me all right? So look, we've got somebody who feels like it's unfair that you have what they want. Nine of Cups. It's unfair that people are interested in you or captivated by you. It's unfair that you get all this attention. They're upset because you always seem to be the one who wins, or you always seem to be the one that people are talking about. So we've got Judgment in the reverse. I'm going to do something because I'm upset. Judgment in the reverse, Knight of Wands in the reverse, Seven of Cups in the reverse. So their jealousy is put on display. This could be a pretty public crash out where someone says something and maybe in their mind it sounds better, maybe in their mind it doesn't sound like it's as combative as it is, but they end up making a little bit of an arse of themselves. They end up making it pretty clear that they are jealous. And with the King of Wands, I feel like this is probably in particular about romantic people interests, you know, whether or not you get the attention that they would rather have. Hello, Masonic. I don't take requests like that. Thank you, though. However, just to be nice, I will use the Masonic Tarot in your honor. What else do we have? The Lovers. Ten of Swords in the reverse, and the Three of Mallets, which is the Three of Pentacles. I don't know. I just kind of feel like this is somebody who is deciding that they're choosing you, and there is a pretty jealous individual who feels like it should have been them, that they should have been the one that was chosen. Or even, you know, mad because this person that they love has a crush on you or is very, like, fixated on you. Hello, Charlie. How are you doing? Hello, Boo. What's up? I remember you. I hope you're having a good day. We have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Eight of Cups. So even though we are friends, or even though we are in the same social group, or even though we are coworkers on the same team. I'm going to do something because I'm mad that you get all the attention that I would rather be getting. Several years back, there was someone who I think got in trouble for like pushing a friend off of a very tall bridge, like daring and then pushing her, right? And I don't remember a lot of the details, but if you were to tell me that that little teenage scuffle happened because one woman was jealous of the other, I would be precisely 0% surprised. In fact, I would be surprised if there was no jealousy involved, right? Yes, I do. Thank you. I appreciate that. Happy Thursday. So this is someone who did something to be cruel, even though they are supposedly friends, even though they are supposedly, like I said, maybe on the same team. There is a reason for this person to be kind or considerate to the Queen of Cups, but instead they show disdain or hatred for this Queen of Cups, and it comes from a place of jealousy. I don't like that everybody likes you so much. I want them to like me better, and maybe I can, you know, feel better about the situation if everybody's laughing at you, if everybody is rejecting you. So there is an action taken, and it could be as simple as, you know, we're at the high school cafeteria and I threw my beverage on you and now you look silly, right? But it could be more complicated than that, like the reference I used earlier. This is the Nightmare Before Christmas. Hello, Josh. Are you going to put it on your skin? Actually, I don't want to play-by-play. You can just do what you need to. And we don't need to hear about it. What else do we have? The High Priestess and the Nine of Pentacles or Nine of Presents in the reverse. I don't like this because it feels to me like we've got someone who is intentionally misleading or even creating some sort of a trap for the Queen of Cups. Because again, the idea is I want to make you look foolish in front of a large group of people. I want people to think that it's silly, that, you know, we were interested in you or that we had a crush on you. I want you to become a joke. Hello. Who is like, how are you doing? I do personal questions at the end of my general readings. So in about 27 minutes, 26 minutes maybe. And I do those questions at the end of the live stream. I do for those who tip or do a super chat or donate a membership to someone else. Otherwise, I do private readings, so not everybody on the YouTube interwebs knows what you have for answers. I do those, and those start at $40 USD. And you can email me for that. My email is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. Hello, Liz. This is the general reading still. What else? Ace of Presents or Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. The King of Candles or King of Wands in the reverse. And the Seven of Swords or Seven of Needles. So I'm going to take something of yours. I'm going to do something to like ruin your day. I'm going to pee in your punch bowl, right? Because I want to see you overreact. I want to see you lose your temper in front of everybody else. I want to see you angry and upset. So this could be, you know, trying to make someone look stupid at a corporate event or at like a family event or a major party, you know. King of Potions, or sorry, Knight of Potions in the reverse, and the Three of Potions in the reverse. Yeah. Taking a social event and turning it into gossip fodder, some sort of memorable event, things happening that people would probably be talking about for a while, or maybe even take like a video of. Josh, I'm gonna need you to be like so much more mature. Like, I just feel like I should clarify, this is a channel that is meant for people who are at least 18, and your questions or your comments make me feel like maybe you are not. People be weird. Two of Crystals or Two of Swords in the reverse, Four of Petals or Four of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wicks or Ten of Wands. I think this is someone who, it's like I'm unzipping your dress while you're standing in front of a crowd. I'm tripping you while you're walking up to receive some award. There is this, like, I know how to make everybody look at you and laugh. And if I do that, then maybe I can feel better about the fact that you get more attention than I do, or that you got to go out on a date with that person that I have a crush on. We have the Hanged Man and the Queen of Jars, or the Queen of Cups. Yes, this is the position they want you in. They want you to be unable to do anything. They want you to feel like afraid or feel embarrassed. Six of Wicks or Six of Wands in the reverse, but they're going to fail. King of Crystals or the King of Swords. There's something that they don't get right. And it's not like, I'm not getting that their plan just like doesn't go the way they were hoping to and nothing happens, therefore you're not upset. I think it's more so that they have underestimated or gotten wrong what would actually embarrass or upset you. Look, there are plenty of people who come on to the live chat and want to be like the day's special troll and come up with some insult. I think you get to a certain point where you realize that only certain people should be able to ruffle your feathers. Only certain people's opinions should matter. Now, does your overall reputation matter? Of course, that's true. But we waste our time. We waste our time every day by responding to people who don't deserve a response. And I do, in some part on here, interact with some people that I would normally just completely ignore for the benefit of others that are in the live chat. But just to be very clear, you respect yourself enough to only allow people to upset you or have influence over your day if you respect their opinion. If you don't respect their opinion, F it. Who cares? Okay. So you think I'm ugly, you think I'm stupid, you think I'm old, whatever it is. This is me not caring. I'm gonna go and like have a great rest of my day not caring. And yet you're over there like really worried about trying to mess with somebody's day. Don't let those kinds of people get into your mind or under your skin. And I feel like that's where this Queen of Cups is doing really well. Because remember at the beginning with the Queen of Cups, I said this is somebody who's able to be a little bit more reserved or get through difficult, chaotic, or traumatic situations without having as much of a reaction than, you know, a lot of other people out there might. So we have this Page of Crystals or Page of Swords, and I feel like this is a hint towards our Queen of Cups being very observant. Keep in mind the Queen of Cups does not need to be a woman. But this is somebody who is intuitive. This is somebody who is observant And I think you make people uncomfortable because you are observant, but I also think you're attractive, and that's part of the problem. You get attention in part because you are a little bit mysterious. You are a little bit different. You came through as the high priestess as well. But you also get attention because of how you look or what people want from you. And this is part of why the Queen of Wands in the reverse is jealous of you. Hello, Malakea. How are you doing? Hello, Cow. What's up? I don't know if I really want to. Okay, it's Cow and Silver Moon. But there's a lot. Can I call you Silver Moon? Hello, Bumi Carrera. I hope I said that right. Hello, Sarah Ann. Hello, James. How are we doing? Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Oh, I'm so glad you're British. I'm sorry. I had to take my opportunity to make an Austin Powers joke. I just had to. Hello, Redbeard. How are you doing today? Oh, weird. We just had the King of Swords, and here we have another King of Swords. So is this the person who's jealous, or is this a third party? I think this is the person who's interested in you. I think the Queen of Wands in the reverse would like to have this King of Pentacles, King of Wands, King of Swords interested in them, but they don't. So if you've ever seen a movie where we have somebody that's like putting on some sort of like a little skit in order to impress another person, that's what this is. You know, like someone who gets into a fist fight just so that they can prove their brawny, I don't know, awesomeness. This is somebody who's like, no, I think I can get people to look at you differently and look at me differently by doing this thing and showing everyone that you're actually not that cool. The problem is we have the Six of Wands in the reverse, so I don't think that their plan goes off very well. It's like if you've ever seen a comedian who has, gosh, what do they call those people? The people in the crowd who are just obnoxious. It's like right there on the tip of my tongue. Heckler, yes. So if there's a heckler in the crowd, sometimes they bite off more than they can chew, right? They think they're going to do something to make the comedian look silly. But like, yo, this is literally what they get paid to do. They are going to probably, like 9 times out of 10, make you look stupid. So the hecklers, you know, whatever, we love you for doing what you do. You fall on that sword and then we can all laugh at you. But this is like somebody who is heckling a comedian and then they get just like completely shown the door because they're not nearly as funny, they're not nearly as witty. This is someone who might be feeling pretty confident that they could insult you or make you feel stupid in front of a group. But if you have a good sense of humor or if you just have a natural like sense of confidence, not arrogance, then whatever they're trying to do might just simply fail and garner a few chuckles and then everybody moves on. A lot of times it's about what you give to the situation. I remember babysitting, I don't know, like a 6-year-old, and she got a cut on her knee when she fell down and was all set to have like lots of waterworks and crying and sadness and I can't do anything. And the amount of energy you put into that moment around a little child who's been hurt, you influence it a lot, okay? If you tell them like, oh my God, this is the worst thing I give, then they're gonna overreact because you're overreacting. But if you're gonna say, oh, okay, yeah, it looks like we got a little scratch, that's okay. Guess what I've got? I've got a Band-Aid for you that's gonna cover it up real quick and then we're gonna be back playing no time, right? This is someone who recovers quickly, who is smooth even when there are difficulties or, you know, turbulence. So even though the Queen of Wands in the reverse really thinks that they have this situation figured out where they're going to make the Queen of Cups look bad, they end up just like setting them up, I'm thinking of volleyball, of course, setting them up to have another like funny moment or like endearing moment. This Queen of Cups, at almost every turn, people just find another reason to like the Queen of Cups because they're authentic. Because they don't take themselves too seriously. We have the Ten of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Magician in the reverse. So like, good luck, but you ain't gonna be able to do what you want to do here. The Queen of Wands in reverse is trying desperately to make the Queen of Cups look bad. And instead, they're just proving why everybody likes this Queen of Cups to begin with. Because they're real, because they're able to deal with it, you know? So with Judgment, we have, judgment can be another word for how you feel about a person, right? Like what the reputation is, or what you believe their personality or character to be. The judgment of this Queen of Cups character remains the same or even improves despite the best efforts of this very jealous Queen of Wands in the reverse. So I guess, womp, 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 womp. Do we like it sometimes? They can't handle it. They're just jealous. Hello, Delinia. How are you doing? Hello, how's it going? Wait, did I already say hi to you? I think I did, Charlie. You're welcome. Yeah, I don't know why anyone would want to play with small fake cakes. Yep. You're talking about hot cakes, right? I don't know. Me personally, I like waffles better. Are pancakes like associated with a particular country's cuisine? Like who came up with the pancake? Is that a British thing? Because obviously we all think of waffles as Belgian, right? So I assume that's where they're from. We got the crepe. The crepe, which I believe is French. I don't know, you guys. Somebody tell me. Where does the pancake come from? We have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse following this Two of Cups. Yeah, I think there is this hope that you can get this King of Wands, King of Swords individual who seems to be a very upstanding character, very like pillar of the community type. They're interested in this Queen of Cups. The Queen of Wands in the reverse is jealous. They're trying to get the King of Wands to see this Queen of Cups differently, or like the entire social community, really. But they fail. They fail to make this Queen of Cups look bad. They instead give them a very public opportunity to show that they are delightful and lovable and that there's a reason that people look at them as the Queen of Cups. It's like the sweetheart, you know? So the Queen of Wands in the reverse, they do this big skit or they have this little plan. They do it and it doesn't work out. It's like when you tell a joke and people are like, oh, that was the joke? Yeah. So they become the joke by trying desperately to make someone else look poorly or look bad. They look dumb, which honestly, it makes me think of, I think it was a news broadcast where there were two women in like Northeast, probably like New Jersey area or something based on the accents I recall. Unless Family Guy just totally changed that. But there was this lady who was trying to do the like stomping of the grapes a la I Love Lucy. And they had like a competition going on. Do you like how I'm like literally stomping my feet like that? They had a competition to see who could get the most. And this ridiculous lady kept stomping after the bell went off or after the horn went where she was supposed to stop. And then she fell. It was like immediate karma. Like she thought she was so clever, like, look at me go, I'm gonna win. And then she fell, and then it was like some horrible, like, oh, wow. She like, shouldn't have been doing that. This is that kind of thing where somebody very publicly thinks that they're gonna have some advantage or their like strategy is gonna pay off, and instead they just look really silly. Scooter says, pancakes came from Ireland. I invented them. Well, thank you, Scooter. We appreciate your contribution to modern society. Hello, Matt. Canadian maple syrup needs pancakes for them to use it on. So are you arguing that maybe it was the Canadians? I don't know. I find that one a little bit tough to believe, but I do love that the Canadians, by virtue of making legitimate syrup, have improved all of those breakfast breads, you know? Like, I'm not really big on syrup, but if it's real, like, legitimate syrup, it's pretty tasty. Hello, JLo. Hello, Tiana. Thank you for saying that. Hello, Erin. How are you doing? I know we were discussing pancakes. I love it. Yo, you want a pro tip for your pancakes? You might get looked at funny, but I'm used to it, so it doesn't bother me. Order your pancakes, and then, you know, the butter, whatever, and then cut out a little circle in the middle of the pancakes and pour the syrup in there. Okay? You're welcome. Then you have syrup, because it, like, fills the center hole, right? Go ahead and make fun of me. But then you have syrup that is getting to the pancake without it sitting there for too long. What's up? Hello, Mark. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. That's true. So we have the Five of Wands and the Magician. So I want to pick a battle with you, but I don't want you to know that there's a battle. And then when I pick that battle with you in front of a bunch of people, you end up wielding that sword way better than I thought you would. And now I have lost. So we have the trip and try to make someone else look foolish, but then you trip yourself and you look even worse than the other person. This is why we say stay in your own lane, okay? If the Queen of Wands in the reverse was focused on their own things and, I don't know, working on their own confidence or insecurities, then maybe this King of Wands, King of Swords would have been interested in them at the very beginning anyways. They're interested in the Queen of Cups because this Queen of Cups isn't out here trying to trip other people up. They're just doing their awesome thing. Tips and tricks for pancakes. If you add blueberries, pancakes become healthy, which is why I don't do it. No, I'm just kidding. I actually, look, I love blueberries cold. I do not like them hot. I think it's really rude for a hot blueberry to be in a pancake. So I do not go for blueberry pancakes, much to the chagrin of my father because he loves blueberry pancakes. Yeah, it's not for me. Yes! Oh my god, you gave it a name? And the syrup stays in my cake jail for safekeeping? Noxious, I love it. Comment of the day. Pancake jail. It's so funny. Oh, dang. Okay, so Tiana says she likes cooking and crumbling bacon into pancake batter. Well, I don't know how anybody could compete with that. Oh, and Matt also has a pro tip. If you have very hot porridge, and I know you do, you can cool it down with frozen blueberries. I feel like frozen blueberries is going to cool down just about anything. Oh, except for that hot mess of a situationship. So we got the Ace of Cups in the reverse and the Four of Cups. The Queen of Wands in the reverse wants the Queen of Cups to feel rejected, wants the Queen of Cups to not feel beloved or like the, you know, group favorite. And instead, the Queen of Wands in the reverse is feeling that rejection. They put all this work into trying to make someone look bad, and they ended up just making themselves look bad. I don't know if you could tell based on the facial expression, but I'm kind of amused. I'm sorry, it's just like, don't mess with people. Don't mess with people. Don't start, not won't be none. You know, like, come on. What's wrong with you? What's this the thought tarot? I know, I am too. Mm-hmm. What else? Interference, Eight of Swords. Tried to interfere with the love that this King of Wands feels for the Queen of Cups, and they're getting rejected. Sorrow with Three of Swords. If you think you're going to make yourself look better than a romantic rival by making them look bad, then I think you need to do some more reading up on self-help and romance. Look, even just for the simple fact of, if somebody is going to like me better or think that I am a catch even more so after they see me do something petty to make somebody else look bad, I don't want to be with that kind of person anyways. What are you attracted to? That's lame. Like, let's be aware of what people who act like that to get into a relationship might be capable of once they're in that relationship. Why would you want to deal with somebody that manipulative? I wouldn't want to. Hello, Rick. How are you doing? Dang, I really am hungry now, you guys. So we have debauch. Most of you have heard of this as debauchery. But debauchery is, you know, doing everything you want because you want to do it. Not having any self-control. Temptation is like the Bible, right? Like, that's just, if I want to do it, then I'm going to do it. This is someone who is realizing that they're not influencing the King of Wands the way that they thought because they took the wrong approach. At least I hope they're realizing it. It might require another lesson, but I'm hopeful that they can learn it this time. This is the truth is. What else do we have? Yeah, so the thing is, our Queen of Wands in the reverse is lashing out to try to make themselves look like a better option romantically versus someone who's seen as a sweetheart. So they don't understand, or they are refusing to see, that part of what their King of Wands likes about the Queen of Cups anyways is the softness, the kindness, the sweetheart element, right? Not somebody who is willing to get petty or make a fool out of somebody in public. That's not what the King of Wands is looking for. So we've got this King of Wands letting go of the Queen of Wands in the reverse, who could be an ex of the King of Wands, right? That could be why we have so much chaos here. Releasing relationship to focus on self. It could also be that this Queen of Wands in the reverse was a former best friend of the Queen of Cups, competing with the Queen of Cups in a social community for romantic interests. But whatever the connection is, this Queen of Wands in the reverse has failed to make the King of Wands uninterested in the Queen of Cups. They've only made it that much more known that they are petty or that they are willing to start arguments and be disrespectful. Hello, Jayanta, how are you doing? I like it, Tiana. That does make me think of the chick from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. What was her name? So there was the golden egg one, the really spoiled, well, I guess they all were, right? Can't remember what the blueberry girl's name was. Was it Violet? That would make so much sense. I think you're right. I think it was Violet. No, there's Veruca, and she was the one with the golden egg, right? It's hard to forget that one because of Veruca Salt. I'm going to have that song in my head, which isn't a bad thing. Hello, Ems. How you doing? Hello, Avies. What's up? I'm doing well, thank you. It was Violet? That makes sense because it aligns with, like, the blueberry thing, right? So we have today, present, now, in the moment. Gossip. Yep, this Queen of Wands in the reverse wanted people to be talking about you, saying you look so silly or you did something so stupid. Tried to get you in a situation where you were stuck and you didn't really have many choices, but they didn't anticipate that you would be a class act, because whatever you did, you handled it exactly the right way to make this person's strategy like completely toothless. So we have the journal card. Writing, diary, keeping notes. See, I think this is talking about how people already know what your character is. So people naturally ask questions when there's something that seems to contradict what they already know or believe about you. If you've got a brother who is incredibly stubborn and never changes their mind or never does what other people ask them to do, and somebody comes around that you don't know and tells you that your brother is actually the most like flexible and open-minded and open to direction person they've ever encountered, you would be like, who the are you? Because like, you wrong. I'm gonna tell you like 18 different reasons why you're wrong, okay? This is like, the human spirit doesn't really respond well to other people trying to influence a perception you have on something or someone that is already preformed. When you already know what you're dealing with or who you've been dealing with, it's not easy to be like, oh, you think that? Okay, well then I guess I'll just believe that instead. Hello, Dino. How's it going? Violet's turning violet. Hello, Rhea. What's up? Hello, Jose. Yep, exactly. Hello, EOM. What's up? So we have the risk card, nightlife, take a risk, gamble, Vegas, love affair, dirty little secret, down low, and poison, toxic, unhealthy behaviors or people. So we have somebody that wanted to make it seem like this Queen of Cups was toxic, but really they ended up just making it clear that they were toxic. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's hard to fake over a long period of time or fake certain energies. So hopefully they've learned that. What else do we have? This is the Gilded Reverie, by the way. Labyrinth and Mask. So the Labyrinth was this ridiculous strategy or complicated plan that the Queen of Wands in the reverse had to try to make this Queen of Cups look bad. But of course that plan is failing. So now we have some irritation, some anger over things not being, like not going the way that this Queen of Wands in the reverse wanted. But we also have this happiness for the Queen of Cups. So it's like, you didn't look bad in front of the whole group, and you also still get what you want. So it's a double whammy for this Queen of Wands in the reverse. My plan didn't work, and like, you're happy? That's ridiculous. I don't like that. They don't like that you're getting good news. Maybe you're getting engaged. Maybe your relationship is becoming exclusive. Maybe you got a promotion. Maybe you're moving in with your romantic interest. But this Queen of Wands in the reverse doesn't like it. They wanted to ruin it. They wanted you to be dumped, or they wanted you to be fired. They wanted you to be excluded. And instead, they just spent all of this time and energy on nothing. There's no change to how people see you or how people see them, really. Maybe negatively, but they didn't get what they wanted. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for hyping the reading if you were able